Hey friends, this is Tesha D. Colston at TeshaDColston.com. Welcome to my channel. And if you're new here, make sure you subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification bell so that you can get new updates on new videos. Thanks for watching. Hey sis, it's Tesha here, author, speaker, and mentor to many, and welcome to this week's Mindset Moment. And today we're going to be talking about fear. And I'm going to share with you 3 simple keys that can help you to get rid of fear. So make sure you press that like button and also share this video out to your network. All right. So the first question you might be asking is, well, why do we need to get rid of fear? Can't we just, deal with that and work with it, Let's go ahead and deal with that question. So here's what I say. Fear is your enemy. There's no other way to say it. There's no other way to be it. It is your enemy. It comes to stifle you. It comes to the very spirit of fear. It comes to hinder you from achieving your purpose in life. It comes to kill, it comes to steal, and it comes to destroy. Many things are destroyed, are stolen, or are killed from the spirit of fear. Now, I'm not talking about the fear of the Lord. I'm not talking about the fear that we have concerning things that are natural and life preserving, like, what happens if a wild animal starts come running after you. No, we're not talking about that kind of fear. That's natural and that's normal, and those are good fears. Those are the things that God has placed inside of us to protect us from certain things. But I'm talking about the fears that people live in and day out. The fears that keep you from moving forward, fears that keep you from obeying God. Fear is your enemy. Someone once described fear as the sand in the machinery of life, because fear, it doesn't help you at all. It hinders you. It doesn't get you through open doors. It keeps you in the hallway. Fear never helps you put your best foot forward. It just keeps both of your feet held down as though they are in cement. And the culture that we have today is, well, you can learn to live with your fears, embrace your fears. It's normal to have fears. Everyone has fears. And it's true. A lot of people do have fears. And there are people who are trying to learn how to live with their fears and embrace them. But if it was so normal to have those fears, then why would the Bible talk about being delivered from all of your fears? Think about it. If it's normal to have fears and you had no fears, that would make you abnormal, right? Well, why would God want you to be abnormal? The truth is, He doesn't. He truly desires for you, all of us, to be set free from not just one, but all of our fears. There are so many different aspects of fears, and today we're going to talk about a really, really big one, and that is the fear of what other people think. Have you ever been afraid of what other people think? People do things, they say things, they even buy things because the fear that they have of what other people think. And many times people join the clubs or the organizations, not just because they want to, but because they're afraid not to. They're afraid that if they don't, what are other people going to think about them if they don't join that club? They don't come to that meeting, if they're not involved in this piece of work. People say things in a certain way because they are afraid that they might not say it the right way in front of the right people, or what they say won't be embraced as how they meant it. People buy things because of fear, because of not measuring up to those that are around them. I mean, and the list of why we do things for fear what other people can go on and on and on. If you've been afraid of anything, or when it comes to what people are saying, what other ideas do you have and you can put those in the comments as far as what people, you know, are afraid of when it comes to other people, the way other people think of you, right? People stay in relationships, people stay in churches that are not good for them. Why? Because of fear of what other people are going to think when you leave. But I want to let you know, sis, you don't have to live in fear. So let's talk about three simple keys to help you get rid of fear. So the first is to start by realizing that God truly loves you and that his love for you is unconditional. Did you say unconditional? I sure did. It's not conditioned. Okay. It is unconditional love. The Bible teaches us that nothing can separate you from his love. Nothing. His love does not change ever. Now, some people might say, well, does that mean you can do so and so, such and such? No, I love all of my children, but bad behavior is bad behavior. Do I like bad behavior? No. Do you get punished for bad behavior? You sure do, right? But there is an unconditional love that you have for your children, and even more so is an unconditional love that God has for us, his children. So that's the first thing. Just realize that God truly loves you and that his love is unconditional. Number two, ask God to help you to get rid of your fears. See, this is where we have to partner with God. We have to partner with the Holy Spirit to recognize and to help us to get rid of the fears. Listen, I'm going to tell you something. If there are things that you have not done in your life and you seem to be stifled, a lot of times it's going to be because of fear. And so, why can't I do this? And why haven't I been able to do that? It's not all circumstances. A lot of times it's because we are the ones holding ourselves back. And we are going to need the Holy Spirit to reveal that to us, as well as embody us or fill us with the power to move past those fears. Let me give you an example. When I first started teaching, I was a corporate trainer and I had interviewed for a corporate trainer job, and I was a what did they call it then? It was like a trial. It was a rotational. That's what it was. It was a rotational position. And so now I had taught in front of, like my team before, but this time I was teaching in front of people I didn't know. This time I was teaching in front and material that I was familiar with it and that I prepped for it, yes. But you get what I'm saying. I just was not comfortable. Do you know that morning, my first day in the classroom for it was new hire training. These people are coming in for jobs, and I am one of their trainers. There were two of us. And I broke out in hives. I've never done that. I broke out in hives all over. I was itching and everything. Now I had a choice to make. I could let the fear rule to kill, destroy, right? Steal this opportunity, this moment, or I could move in spite of fear. Do you know what I did? I went to work. I didn't call in. I went to work itching and everything. And do you know they did what? Those hives started to go away, and I got up and I taught the pieces of the class that I was supposed to teach for that whole, I think the trainings were like 8 weeks, right? Was my first new hire training class. Listen, you can ask God to help you with those fears. Lord, help me with my fears because He's promised you to deliver you from your fears. And He delivered me from my fears. And I went on to actually not pass the rotational training, but I ended up being a corporate trainer and traveling with the company to various places and doing trainings. Not only that, now I'm here before you, but before that, I was a preacher, a teacher. And so, what if I had let that stop me then? I would not be here right now, or it's a possibility that I might not be, or it was delayed, kill, steal, and destroy. Okay. So we have to ask the Holy Spirit to help us to get rid of all of our fears, remind Him that we're aware that He's promised to deliver us from all of our fears, and that we also know that it is His desire for us to live a life without fears. Okay. Third one, make a decision based on what's best for you, not how it may or may not appear to others. Okay. Make the decision that's best for you. You're gonna never be able to please everyone. So listen, sis, stop trying, right? You'll never be in everyone's eyes right. There's always someone right and someone wrong, right? There's always someone doesn't like what you're doing, doesn't like what you said. There's always going to be someone, but there's always going to be also the one that does, the one that supports you, the one that builds you up. They're going to be there. So stop trying to do anything that's going to, do everything right in other people's eyes. Because, honey, it's just never going to happen. And you'll be spinning, you'll be like the cat chasing his tail, or the dog chasing its tail around and round and round and round you go, because it's just never going to happen and you'll be frustrated. Okay. So make decisions based on what's right for you. Now, when we moved out from Seattle to North Carolina, we were leaving a lot of things behind. We did what was best for us at the time. Will we ever go back to Seattle? Will we visit? I got grandkids there. I've got family, friends. We go back. Are we ever going to move? We'll never say never, because hey, listen, when God moves you, He gonna move you, okay? So, but what we did was we made a decision, no matter what it looked like, based on what was best for us at that time, okay? No one knows all of the pieces to your story. No one knows why that was the best for us, but we know why the move was the best move at that time. So make decisions based on what is best for you and not how it may appear to other people. Okay? Just remember that you can partner with God in getting rid of fears, because the Bible tells us that God didn't give us a spirit of fear, but He gave us a spirit of power and love and of a sound mind. How do you partner with God? Same thing we talked about in the second one, which is by involving Him in the process. God said to acknowledge Him in all of your ways, and He will direct your path. When you make a decision, you acknowledge God, asking Him, why am I making this decision? God, is it based on fear? God, what role is fear playing in this decision? Says, keep this in mind. You want to make decisions based on what is right, what is best for your life, regardless of what other people think. You are the one who will live your life on the decisions that you make. Fear is a hindrance to the supernatural move of God in your life. A life without fear will cause supernatural experiences to become your norm. And you're here because you want supernatural experiences to be a part of your everyday life. Sister friend, you can live without fear. So that's what I have for you today. Thanks for joining me on today's Mindset Moment. Remember to hit that share button, like it, and we'll see you again next time. Be blessed, be fruitful, and multiply.